Welcome to my review of Season 1, Episode 2 of Little Women Dallas. If you haven't seen this episode yet, this video will act like a spoiler, so you might want to watch this video later. The name of this episode is Dallas, not Austin. The episode begins with Tiffany. Tiffany is shown at her apartment making breakfast for her and her boyfriend Austin, who is still visiting her from out of town. Tiffany asks Austin if he thinks that Kaylee is mad because he's in town. Austin thinks that she's leaning towards the jealous side. Tiffany says that it was crazy for Kaylee getting mad at her for leaving the party a little early. And she says how could she blame her for wanting alone time with him. Tiffany says that she wants to throw a barbecue party so that everybody can get to know Austin. And Austin thinks that that is a good idea. Next, Asta, Amanda, and Kaylee go to an IV bar to replenish after Kaylee's party and get rid of their hangovers. And then Asta gets a message from Tiffany, and it's an invitation to a barbecue party so that everybody can get to know Austin, and she wants all the girls to come over. Kaylee then talks about how Tiffany walked out on her party the night before. She says that Tiffany and Austin didn't even tell her goodbye when they left. Kaylee says that she knows she was overreacting about Tiffany leaving, but she was really hurt. I think that Austin was kind of being a little controlling, because remember when he arrived and they hugged and he was like, you know, I want to be alone, this isn't my type of place, or something like that. So in the next scene, Asta, her husband Ty, and Amanda meet with a realtor since Ty is interested in owning his own bar. The realtor says that the restaurant's rent is $10,000 a month if they decide to rent it for 5 years. Then the realtor shows Ty the rest of the restaurant. Asta says that her real passion is art and she doesn't want to work at a bar and she wants to make money from her art. And then Asta tells Amanda that she thinks that they won't be able to afford the place. In the next scene, Bree, Emily, and Emily's daughter Ava go over to a horseback riding place. While Ava is learning how to brush the horse, Bree and Emily sit down and they talk about Kaylee's party and how much fun Emily had at the party. Emily says that she was dancing to have a good time, not to get paid. Because Bree says that Emily told her that she didn't want to dance anymore. And then Emily was all like, so I just can't move and have physical activity when I go out. And then Bree says that she doesn't know why Emily is being so defensive. Emily says that Bree freaking out about her just dancing is ridiculous. In the next scene, Tiffany, Kaylee, and Austin get ready for the barbecue party. Kaylee talks to Amanda about how bossy Austin is towards Tiffany. She says that Tiffany is a different person and Austin bosses her around like he lives there. Tiffany talks to Emily about having Austin in the house. She says that it's a little hectic and Kaylee doesn't like having him there. Emily says that Kaylee is her friend, but not her future. Some more party guests arrive, and Kaylee's friend Rochelle, who is also a little person, shows up to the party. And then they all eat barbecue, and then Austin tells everybody thank you for coming, and it's nice to meet everybody, not while being in a nightclub and everyone is drunk. And Kaylee takes offense to that. And then Bree announces that her brother is coming to town and that they're going to throw a boat party and they want everybody to come. And it is revealed that Kaylee and Bree's brother Justin, that's his name, have been texting each other, and Kaylee thinks that he's a nice guy. Then everybody goes into the house and they play a game called Never Have I Ever. So basically, everybody was given a little piece of paper, and they have to write, like, something a person might do on it, and then put it back in the jar. Then everybody takes a turn and pulls out one, and then they read it out loud. And if anybody in the room has done that, they take a sip of their drink. One of the questions is, never have I ever gotten arrested. And it turns out that Austin and Amanda have gotten arrested. Amanda got arrested for a DUI. Austin got arrested for domestic violence. And this is how it all happened. Austin's mother heard him in another room yelling at his sister, and she thought he was beating her. So she called the sheriff and he got arrested. Tiffany says that she knows Austin and she knows that he would never hurt anybody. In the next scene, Bree, Wuda, and Malik go over to a bakery store. Bree tells Wooda that she wants another baby. Wooda says that he can't stop everything at the moment, just to have another kid. Bree says that she wants their family to grow, and she'll wait for the right time. And Wooda says that they can have a kid later. I don't get it. Bree wants a kid, and Wooda wants a kid, but they're not even in a relationship. They were never in a relationship. But they have a kid together. I don't get that. That's just kind of like on Little Women Atlanta with Minnie and Pastor Troy. They weren't even together. They were not in a relationship or anything, but they slept together. And then Minnie said that she had that miscarriage. And then Pastor Troy was all talking about, oh, we gonna try again, but y'all ain't even together. I don't get it. That is not okay. Let's move on. Next, Asta, Amanda, and Bree go bathing suit shopping for the boat party. And they try on some bathing suits, and Asta brings up how she is worried about Tiffany and Austin and if he will be violent with her. Next, Ty and Asta are shown in their bedroom at their house. Asta mentions how she's tired of bartending and missing out on fun things, like the lake party, and she wants to work on her art instead. Ty says that he's preparing her to be successful so she can work on her art full-time eventually. And then Asta says that she has a supportive husband. In the next scene, Bree and her brother Justin go over to the boat to set up for the party. Then everybody starts showing up to the party, and then they drink some alcohol and they dance. And Kaylee says that she's happy she and Justin finally get to hang out. And then they get a little wild, start dancing. Kaylee licks some ketchup or something off of Justin's abdomen and his chest. And Justin takes off his swim trunks, and it turns out he's wearing a little Speedo underneath. It's like a tiger striped Speedo, and then he's just acting a fool. He's acting all crazy for the party, basically. And Austin is shown pulling Tiffany aside so he can talk to her. He tells Tiffany that he likes Texas and he wants to live with her. And then he asks, what about Kaylee? Then Tiffany says that she might have to tell Kaylee that she will have to move out. And then everybody starts going down the slide and jumping into the lake and swimming a little. And then they make it over to the lake house and have some barbecue. Then Tiffany pulls Kaylee aside so that she can talk. They go outside and they sit down, and not to mention Austin is there too. Tiffany tells Kaylee that Austin will be living with her and Kaylee will need to leave. Tiffany says that the house is hers and it is in her name. Kaylee says that when they started living together, they got along fine. Tiffany says that she and Austin have lived together before they even moved to Dallas. Tiffany says that they're used to having their own space. Then Kaylee and Tiffany bicker back and forth, yelling at each other, saying stuff like, how would you feel? And he's gonna move out here. Then Tiffany and Austin say that what they're doing is not out of disrespect and stuff. And Tiffany says that she pulled her aside instead of talking about it in front of everyone, and she's being a bigger person. And then Kaylee tells Tiffany that maybe she won't talk to her for a while. And she says that the way Tiffany told her was inappropriate. She could have told her that behind closed doors. I agree. Why the heck would you tell somebody that they need to move out at a doggone boat party? I don't even think that she should tell her to move out, because they're best friends. Why would you kick your best friend out for your man? Best friends don't let any man or anything get in between them. So that wasn't right, in my opinion. That wasn't right. Then Kaylee walks away upset, and then Bree's brother Justin checks on her, and then Kaylee says that it's ridiculous how someone who she's just starting to get to know is being nicer to her than her best friend. And then she tells him what happened. Rochelle asks Tiffany if Kaylee is her friend. Tiffany says yes, but 3 people in a house is just too much. Rochelle says that you just can't kick a person out. Then Austin says that it's Tiffany's house and Tiffany's decision. Tiffany says that Kaylee just has to have her own space. Then Rochelle and Tiffany argue with each other some more. Then Tiffany asks Rochelle, why does she care? That's her friend. That's why. Why wouldn't she care? That's her friend. Then Rochelle starts turning up on Tiffany and says that she's one blue-eyed B-word because I guess one of her blue contacts were out. She had one blue eye and one other one. Hi, very creative. Then Austin tells Rochelle to shut the F up, and then they walk away. He takes her by the hand, and then they walk out. And then Bree says Austin is clearly controlling with Tiffany. And that's the end of the episode. So, that's all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe. Check out my previous review video for Little Women Dallas if you missed that. Follow me on Twitter at ILUMoreThanThis. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.